Alrighty guys, and welcome back to the channel that brings you everything old school related. And today we are in the final against Peter Selects. We played against each other in the group stage and I managed to win 2-0. And Peter has managed to bounce back and make it all the way to the final as well. So huge congratulations to him. I hope you enjoy the video, guys. If you like the content, give the video a like. Obviously subscribe as well. I do bring you old school content as well as pre-modern. If that's something that interests you, then yeah, give the video a follow. And let's get straight into Peter's deck then, and let's get straight into my deck. So this is Peter's deck. It's called Dark Forest Engine. Yeah, it's a decent deck. Runs lots of burn, decent efficient creatures in sushi, iron engines, rook eggs, disharmonies, etc. as well. So some really decent creatures. Sideboard's not bad as well. Concordant Crossroads, Blood Moons, Warley Dervish, Active Volcano, and Free Crumble. And obviously the deck's been good enough to make it to all the way to the final. So you have seen this before, but I just want to show it to you again. Alright, let's look at my deck quickly. Alright, so this is my deck, URG Aggro. So obviously it's been doing pretty well for me. Very similar deck, made it to the final. It was in tournament 10 or 11. Obviously we had mana drains back then, and it runs really good burn in form of chain lightnings and pyrotechnics and skellions, and then some really decent efficient creatures and card apes, Ireland Gins and Triskelions. So I like the deck a lot. I have a decent sideboard package as well, like Azure Drake, Active Volcanoes, Artifact Blast, Blood Moons, Rook Eggs, and the Scavenger folks. So yeah, all in all, pretty decent deck. So let's get straight into the match then. Alright, let's get straight into the match. Let's see if we can keep an opening 7. So my opponent is on the play, I believe. So it looks like, oh no, I'm on the play. Right, looks like we both keep our opening hands here. I keep a card ape. Oh, play a card ape even. And it's a 2-3 because of the Taiga. Alright, looks like Peter starts off in Ivory Tower. That's pretty brutal, so we're going to attack for 2. Knock him to 18. Hopefully we can apply some pressure here, so he doesn't win through the Ivory Tower. Peter always seems to have that Ivory Tower. I lost him in the final when he was playing that tower as well. So slightly annoying. Alright, we attack for 2. Can we follow up with a dib? Nope, we can't. Not. That's really unfortunate. I think he has to discard here. Or is he playing a land? Nope, he's just going to chain the card ape. Keep his card count at 7. Okay, time for an Arnhem, I believe. Yep. So that's a bit of a powerhouse, hard to deal with. Go straight to 23. So this is problematic for Peter. Okay, now he's going into Sylvan Library mode. He's got plenty of life that he can pay with the Sylvan Library. Attack for 4, knock him down to 20. Can we follow up with anything decent? No, we cannot. That's really disappointing. Okay. So you can pay quite a lot of life here. If he really wants to draw some extra cards. and the ivory tower kind of negates the life loss. So yeah, this is a tricky one. He's only going to take one. Now, it would be tempting maybe to get a bit aggressive with the ivory tower, but you know, draw some extra cards maybe. Okay. Fighting through this ivory tower is going to be pretty difficult. He plays an Elves of Deep Shadow and a card ape, so he is kind of emptying his hand a little bit here. We're going to remove Soul the card ape. And he's lowered his card count a little bit here. Let's swing for 4. Going to crack down to 18. Sylvan Library. I'll probably just pass. Okay. We're on 20 ourselves, so we might start paying some life here to draw some extra cards. He does not. I'm surprised he's not doing this because he's got Ivory Tower, so it says remove Soul, get rid of the Arnhem, untap. I'll be surprised if I don't pay some life here. He's talking about the Elves of Deep Shadow, but he could have attacked for 1 with it, and I allow him to do that. This is old school, but normally quite relaxed. I do draw an extra card here. So that's normally my play style, as I get quite aggressive with the Sylvan. It's there to draw some extra cards sometimes. 6 for a Triskelion. Won't be surprised if I shoot the elves here for 1. Maybe not. Fair enough. Diamond Valley. Into an Arnhem. Okay, so if we can get rid of the Arnhem, maybe with like a Fisher or something, that would be really good. Don't think he's going to attack his elves into my 4/4 there. Seems a little bit silly. I'm going to untap. Look at the top 3 cards of Sylvan. Take 1. Like I said, Fisher would be really good. Yep, so Fisher on the Arnhem. Yeah, he is going to gain some life though. It's unfortunate, but we can crack him for 8. Alright, he's going to block, take 4, go to 13. Like an Inferno would be a disaster here. But I don't think he's got enough mana to cast that anyway. Okay. Interesting. Really interesting. Okay, Dark Heart's going to be a problem now. Start sacking some forest to gain some life. Scavenger Feld. Most probably ping it for 1. End of turn here. Yeah. Gonna sack it straight away to gain 1 life. We can swing it for 7 here. Swing for 7. He goes to 6. 7. Okay, 7 maybe. I suppose he was on. I don't know. Okay, so he's only down to 4 now. So things are getting a little bit desperate for him. Okay. So he's got 2 forests, so he can buy himself a couple turns. Do you want to sack some forests, gain 6? So he actually goes to 3. Yeah. Okay, so he goes to 3. And pass, okay. That's pretty brutal. Alright. And he did draw the Inferno, but he didn't have the mana come the end. Alright, let's move on to game number 2. Let's talk about sideboarding first. So sideboarding here, I could bring in the Rook Eggs. Don't think the Artifact Blasts are amazing. Don't think Blood Moon's going to do a good enough job, although it might be quite good against the Diamond Valley. The Azure Drakes are quite good. So out of all of them, maybe the Azure Drakes, the Rook Eggs, and maybe Scavenger Folk. And maybe there's an argument for Blood Moon there. Right, and this is Peter's deck. It could bring in the active Volcano, seem pretty good. But besides from that, maybe Concordant Crossroads if he wants to get aggressive, but yeah, I don't think there's many good options for him except from those Volcanoes, to be honest. Alright, let's see how game number 2 goes. Yeah, welcome to game number 2 then. Okay. Let's see if we can keep our opening hand. And Brian is watching the final here. Right, he does keep his opening hand. Straight into Card Ape. We have our own Card Ape, but no green source. So his is a 2/3, mine's a 1/1. Smashes in for 2. Passes the turn, I believe. Nope. He's got a Sylvan again. Right, strip mine. Attack with the Card Ape. Put him down to 19. So we're having a few mana issues here because we don't really want to be playing strip mine on turn 2. Now there is some temptation to strip the Taiga there, but with the Sylvan Library, it will find land sooner rather than later. I suppose this way as well, we've got access to Remove Soul. So this looks like it resolves. And tap and draw. Hammerheim. So no green source still. If we had a green source, these Card Apes would bounce off each other. So this is really unfortunate. The Sylvan Library is really helping him here. So we're down to 12 already. I mean, this is crazy. This game's going very fast. Okay, Rook Egg's good. A good answer. It's a good blocker. This will help stem the bleeding a little bit here, I think. Decides to play his own Rook Egg. That's unfortunate for us. So we're going to block one of them. Take 2, go to 10. We finally get a green source, so we get our card 8 turns into a 2/3. Get a card ape of another card ape. Alright, so we've got a card ape battle going on here. Falling star on our card apes will be pretty bad. So he's actually paying some life here with his Sylvan. Right, so yeah, I'm in a bit of a dodgy situation here. Well, he's just come back, by the way. I was on the phone. Yeah, so this isn't great. It's kind of a stalemate at the moment. We are down to 10 life. He's going to chain the... Okay, he's going to chain his own Rook Egg. That's really bad for us. We go to end step. He's going to get a Rook. Five mana for a Pyrotechnic on the Rook, I believe. Okay, that's unfortunate that we got to use the Pyrotechnics there, but it's really good flyer, so we have to deal with it. Alright, so he's looking at top 3 cards there. He takes 1. He plays another Rook Egg. Oh god, okay. This is a bit of a disaster. Okay. Gonna attack with a card ape? Or not? Nope. Think we missed an opportunity there. Think we should have attacked with 2 card apes. He most probably would have double blocked, and most probably would have been able to ping with the card apes. So maybe a missed opportunity there. Right, he's going to crumble the Triskelion. Unfortunately, this is just going to be... I'm just going to fire it off, I think, on my own Rook Egg. Maybe I did it to his life total. Oh, okay. So, yeah, no, I did do it to my own Rook Egg. Okay, so now we got a 4/4 flyer. Now we can fly in the air and get some damage on the... Some damage going. So it goes down to 11. Don't know what that other card is. Maze of If is good. Don't know if it's like a... Don't know what that other card is. Can't quite see it. Oh, it's a land tax. This will be really good for him. Filling out his deck. So he's got the land tax going, he's got Sylvan Library going. So yeah, this isn't great. Okay, he's gonna play. He's playing green for card ape there. That's not right. Should be red mana. He's gonna strip the Diamond Valley here, but in response to the activation. But he is gonna get a 4/4 Rook, which is annoying. But yeah, he shouldn't be tapping green for the card ape there. So I think that's just a mistake. Obviously, it's annoying that he's got a Rook. But we have got a Maze. Thankfully. Now we've got our own Sylvan Library. This is really like very close match here. This land tax is just going to get out of control really. And if he gets a Dark Heart of the Wood, you could gain some serious life of the forests. He is revealing an active volcano at the bottom of his library there. So it looks like he did bring them in. And Brian just noticed that he tapped a forest to play the card ape there. He did have the red mana, but doesn't matter now. Alright. Some Sylvan Library activations and stuff like that. Right, he plays an Arnhem. We've got a Remove Soul. Gonna untap. Look at the top three. A Boomerang the Rook. Okay, that's good. Swinging for 4. That's really good. So these boomerangs are becoming like quite useful here, especially for the Rook tokens. I've only got 2 cards left though, so that's not good. He's just gonna have a shuffle here. He's gonna deliberately not search with the line tax, I believe. Alright, he's going to play a pyrotechnics. On me, or? Okay, I'm a rook. That's disappointing. Yeah, I could have done with that 4/4 flyer sticking around, to be honest. We kind of skipped it here a little bit, but alright, he activates Sylvan Library. He strips the maze. This is a problem. Plays a 4th card ape. Gonna remove soul that. Then he follows up with a Arnhem Djinn. And we mana drain that. So some really good answers here. That Arnhem would have been a problem. Not too sure about the remove soul on the card ape, but the mana drain was definitely necessary. Okay, Triskelion here. Let's swing with one of the card apes. Presume he's not going to block. I suppose he could if he wants to, but he's gonna ping one of them. Pass the turn. Okay, it's just a shuffle effect with land tax. This has turned out to be a really long game, if I'm honest with you. Crumble on the Triskelion again. was probably shooting for 2. Alright. Should be at, did I shoot? Did I shoot in for 2? Should be on 8. Not too sure what happened there. I gained 6, but I should have shot him for 2. So maybe he should be at 8. I don't know. Maybe a bit of a misplay here. Yeah, he should be at 8 life. That's unfortunate. Can't see no reason why I didn't ping him for 2. Another Triskelion. Unless I shot both the card apes and then he couldn't attack in, I don't know. But definitely should have put him down to 8, I think. He could double block the Triskelion here with 2 card apes. Activate Sylvan again. Right, he takes 1. He doesn't seem to have black mana for like Dark Heart or anything like that. And you start being a little bit more aggressive with the Sylvan Library potentially. You are kind of low on cards. He's going to swing in. Going to block one of the card apes. Take 2, go to 16. And he's going to Pyrotechnics the Triskelion. We're going to shoot one of the card apes. Oh, most probably attacked and we blocked. Yeah. Most probably. Yeah, kill one of the card apes, do a 2 to him. We're missing the damage again. We're missing the damage again. He should be on 6 life now. I am playing like in the early hours of the morning here, and I think I have missed 4 damage. So, yeah, I think this is a massive mistake. He should be on... Oh no, he's on at 8. No, I attacked for 2, so he should be on 4 now. This is crazy. I've actually missed 4 damage. So this is really unfortunate. Looking back at this. No, he had 2 counters remaining. Why didn't I fire the 2 at him? Same as the first instance. So maybe I'm just missing not doing the damage to him. I don't know, but should be on 4 life. So this is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. The Pyrotechnics, you know, if he was on 4 life, Pyrotechnics would win the game right now. So yeah, this is hard to watch. Snarnum. Really unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not happy with the way I played here. Now he's got the Dark Heart, which is so he should be on 3 now. And now he's got so many forests in play that he can just gain so much life. It's unreal. So yeah, I mean, this is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate to see. Yeah, this is hard to watch. Top for 4. Goes to 3. So he wouldn't have been able to do this if I had just done the damage to him with the Triskelions. And like I said, this is 6 o'clock in the morning, and maybe I'm not playing my best Magic. So this is unfortunate. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. Don't want to be doing this sort of thing in the final, really. Yeah. So yeah, he's got a lot of life gain over there. He's got a lot of ways of gaining life. Dark Heart's going to be really good for him. Take 1 forest. What is this? Boomerang on the Guard Ape. Swing for 6. He blocks the Arnhem, takes 2, go to 4. We're just trying to get in the last 6 damage, but with the Dark Heart and everything else, it's just proving really difficult. Inferno. This is going to be pretty brutal. 6 damage to each both. So obviously you're going to gain some life in response to that. Six damage to all creatures and 6 damage to each player. It's going to gain 3 life. We're going to go to 1. I go to 6. Card Ape. I think he obviously sacked the forest that he tapped for mana. Then played a Card Ape. The mana that he didn't obviously have tapped. Chain the Card Ape. It's like an ongoing threat. Now I've got nothing on the battlefield. Inferno was actually really good for him. Dark Heart's doing some serious work for him. You know, that 4 damage that we missed earlier is just such a big miss. We should have never got to this stage, really, I don't think. Arnhem Jin, remove soul. We're trying to fight as hard as we can here. Can't really pay 4 life with the Sylvan at the moment because we're so low on life total. Take 1 card. Another land. So we're getting very land heavy here, I think. He's got all the shuffle effects with the land tax and then the Sylvan. So yeah, things are looking good for him. This is a bit of a marathon as well, especially this early in the morning. Alright. We need to find something. And fast. We're deep in thought here. Really deep in thought. We're very deep into each other's decks. I think I passed the turn. So land tax again. Not too sure what he's thinking of here. We'll attack for 1, we go to 5. Plays another elves, we're in serious trouble now. So you can potentially win with like Elves of Deep Shadow beat down maybe. Pyrotechnics again, okay. 1 to each creature and 2 to him. Gonna have to sacrifice a forest. He'll actually go to 2. No creature by the looks of it from me. But that was a good answer to deal with both the elves. And it's really close. I think we're just drawing a few too many land now. Especially with the Sylvan. That Dark Heart of the Wood has just absolutely saved him. Must have gained him about 20 life so far. Alright, he gets an Arnhem. We're in serious trouble. Curd ape. Alright, we're in desperate trouble now. Don't really want to be dropping to below 5 really, so I think we're going to have to block. There's so many forests in play. You can actually gain, I think it's 15 life if he wants to. So I mean that's crazy. Or a fish of the Arnhem. That's a good answer. Needs to remove the fisher. Take 1, attack for 2. Okay. He played disharmony, so the attack didn't work, I don't think. Follow up with an Arnhem here. So things are looking good. These are looking very good. Yeah. Just revealing my graveyard there. Should be putting one of them back. Or 2 of them back even. Yeah. Feldon's Cane's good here. That's really bad news. Because now he can shuffle back all those lands into his graveyard and he can actually gain some more life. That's really bad. Jesus Christ. Okay. The Feldon's Cane is so annoying. He's going to gain a shit ton of life. And then he's going to re-get all those forests back into his hand. So we got to go do pack some more damage again. He goes to 5. Pass the turn. That Feldon's Cane was brutal. Dear oh dear. And he gets to like get all of his stuff back. That is crazy. Works really well with the land tax. And the Sylvan. And the Dark Heart. Jesus. That's really annoying. It's only a matter of time before he starts drawing threats as well. Yeah, I've got 2 cards in hand, but we can do 6 damage per turn. Looks like Curd Ape's going to stick around. And I've got to give his Curd Ape Forest Walk, I believe. So that's not good. Let's swing for 4. Put him down to 1. If he's got a Chain Lightning, he wins. I think because of the Forest Walk of the Curd Ape. Not too sure if I should have just blocked with attacked with the Curd Ape. I don't know. But it's pretty crazy. Decided just to shuffle here. What's he doing here? Takes the basics first and then, well, afterwards, and then. So I presume he has to shuffle again. Yeah, I was going to say. Alright. There's another card ape. Alright, things are looking bad. Not too sure why the other card ape disappeared there. Maybe played a fisher on it. Attack with the Arnhem. That's probably just. Yeah, I did play another fisher, I think. See if he does anything about it. I'm gonna sack 2 forests, gain 6 life, and he's gonna get loose for another 3, sorry. There you go, goes to 3. He could. He's got chain lightning. He wins, doesn't he? Because he can just attack with the forest walk guard ape. Win the turn. I think I've got kind of a little bit scared of that because of the fisher. That's why I used to fisher the way I did. I think if I know I go to 3, I'm sort of game over really. Die to pyrotechnics, could die to chain lightning. Got another card and an Arnhem. I tap the Arnhem, Sylvan Library. Attack with the Arnhem here. Maybe it's just Galleon follow up. I'm just going to take the damage. Free mana for a Serendib. Interesting. This Dark Heart has just gained him so much life. It's quite literally unbelievable. And it can gain him another 9 as well. No, another 6 if he wants it to. But he's got to play another forest as well. That's another 9. It's crazy how much life he's gained from this thing. Active volcano on the Serendib. This is looking bad for us. Okay, now he's getting aggressive. He'll block the iron most probably. Take 2, go to 3. He's got chain lightning. If he's got a chain up, we can chain him back. I don't know. Silver library. For a mountain for us. Cannot attack, can we? Because he's just going to gain more life. It's such a bad spot. The world's longest game here. Okay, and yeah, he wins. He wins, he wins, he wins. Oh god. Alright. 1 each. Took the world's longest game. That's the world's longest game. Oh my god. Alright guys. I shall see you in game 3 in just a sec. Alrighty guys. We actually filmed this on another day, and this is game 3 of the final. The last one went on for like nearly 2 hours. This is on 1.5 times speed, so it's currently 1-1. Right, he's going to start off with a card ape, so this is pretty aggressive from Peter. Lucky enough I got a chain to deal with the card ape. Pendlehaven again. He's got an out of deep shadow. Got turn 3 Serendib. It's pretty good here. Hopefully it doesn't play an Arnhem. Nope. Thank God. Yeah, it's got an active volcano though, which is bad news for me. He attacks with the Elves of Deep Shadow. Got another Elf, Serendib. See if he wants to play some life. That's what he will. Nope. Well, doesn't decide to pay for life. So that's interesting. Hopefully he hasn't got another active volcano here. And he has got an Arnhem, and this is bad news for me because it's really hard to deal with. Should have took a life loss here, so I should be on 18. Yeah, finally see it. This is really bad because the Arnhem is going to do some serious damage here. So the way I can really deal with that is with a Fisher. Or like a Maze of If or something like that. So we actually take the damage. Decides to play another Arnhem. We got to remove soul for that. So that's good for us. Gonna go to 13. Seem to be struggling for land here pretty badly, which is obviously very disappointing. I'm not being very aggressive with the Serendib here. We're already down to 13, so we have to be very careful with our life total. We're probably thinking of chaining the elves. We are indeed. Decided to block with the Serendib. Interesting. Decides to play another Elves of Deep Shadow. Finally see the fourth land. We got a Rook Egg, so that's good. Been waiting for that one for a long time. Okay. Creates his own Rook Egg, so I'm gonna chain his Rook Egg and get a 4/4 flyer, so that's bad news for us. Have I got a Fisher or anything like that to deal with the 4/4 flyer? Or Pyrotechnics? He takes one. Attacks with the 4/4 flyer. We Fisher it. Most probably know that you haven't got a Void Fate in the sideboard or anything like that. Okay, so he empties his hand. Not good. Triskelion, that's good. So you can ping the Scavenger Folk. And then in response to the activation of the Pendlehaven, we finish off the Scavenger Folk. They want to shoot down the another elves. Although I suppose we keep the Triskelion back as a 2/2. But most probably should have just pinged one of the elves whilst the Pendlehaven was tapped, in all fairness. But this Sylvan Library on our opponent's side is doing some serious work for Peter. He's getting card selection as well as potentially card advantage. And yes, he does get card advantage now. So he decides to pay some life. Attacks with the elves, both elves. will most likely block one. Yeah, this is what I mean. I should have just pinged one of the elves when I had the chance. Looking back at it. Take one. Take another damage. Place a land tax. Okay, another Triskelion, okay. Well, that's good news. We can start pinging the Elves of Deep Shadow. If we decide to use the Pendelhaven. So here he goes with the land tax combo, taking cards out of his library. He's only got one land less than us, so unless he wants to just keeps his land count at 5, most probably will just to thin out his deck. And he does get a shuffle effect with the land tax like we saw in game 2. So now he's playing Dark Heart of the Wood, which is a massive problem for us. All those forests in hand, which he's going to gain life with, so yeah, not good. Big Card Ape. That Urnham Djinn is just keeping us back at the moment, unfortunately. We could shoot our own Rook Egg with a Triskelion and start swinging it for 4. And with him just drawing all these forests, it's just proving really difficult. Decides to play the 6th land. Gonna sack a forest to gain some life, go back to 16. So the Dark Heart with the Sylvan Library is really good. Not too sure if he has already played a land here, but Falling Star. Right, he's gonna do some flips. Most probably the Triskelion and the Triskelion Rook Egg Card Ape. Well, not Rook Egg, sorry. That's a pretty bad flip. Does deal with the Triskelion. And here he can just keep sacking the... He's actually going to shoot my own Rook Egg here. He's going to sack to gain some life. Unfortunately, I haven't got any tokens. I have now, though. So now we can start swinging in the air for 4 at least. Yeah, it goes to 15. Another Triskelion. All these forests are just annoying. Just keep gaining him life. Actually got 9 life on the battlefield right now. Plus another forest, so that's 12 life you can gain. And Dark Heart of the Wood has now been restricted. It's kind of good that it has been. Slightly annoying card to play against. Especially with land tax. I wonder what creature he's given Forest Walk, to be honest. Whether or not he actually is giving the creature Forest Walk. Most probably the Triskelion. Surprised I'm not attacking with it. Just want to keep it back to block the Urna, maybe. Most probably got a Chain Lightning in hand. So decide to block these two with the Urnum. One of them on the Elves of Deep Shadow. So not too sure what you talk about here. Right, so he's going to pump one of the elves. In response, I can shoot it. Okay. Interesting. So another forest. Okay. Attack for 4 and 8. Do I attack for 8? That's just for 4. So he's going to take 1. So these, you know, forests are gaining him a lot of life. The 2 cards in hand, I'm not too sure what they are. Takes a 1. He attacks for both of them again. If it was me, I'd be tempted to double block the Iron, but block that on the Elves of Deep Shadow. Interesting. Yep. Going on to 8. Don't really want to go down too low here. Chain me go down to 5, okay. Well, this don't seem very good. I'm gonna shoot the owls here for 1. After it's been pumped. Okay, we'll try to do that during my turn, I suppose. Swing for 4. 7. So he takes 4. Should it? Oh, disharmony. Okay. Okay, that's bad. Really bad. I shoot the maybe should finish off my own Triskelion after I shoot him, and then he takes some damage from the. So he, you know, I don't end up losing Rook Egg maybe. I'm probably going to have to block a Erlem here because I can't really afford to. Can't really afford to take 4 damage here and go to 1. But disharmony was a bit of a pain in the ass. Falling Star would be a disaster, especially if it hits. Okay, he's running out of forests. He's got 3 left in play. Takes his own card ape. Remove soul. Attacks for 4, we block with a card ape. I was probably going to try and double block the. Okay. Attack for 2. 13. Another card ape, okay. Gotta gain some life. I was probably going to go for a double block here. I think he sacked a lot of his forest already. This Arnhem's just an absolute powerhouse. 5 toughness is hard to deal with. This library's kind of thick and thin, and you know he's had the Sylvan library since turn 2. I mean, it's done some serious work for him, especially with the land tax, and I've still managed to sort of keep in there really. You know, unfortunate that I haven't had my own Sylvan. It's got a factory here, this is a problem. Another double block. We lose our 4/4 rook. Chain me. Go down 2. Can't really fire it back because he's got 2 red open. So this is really unfortunate that he's got the another chain. Finally see Sylvan Library. All he needs is another chain here and he wins. Takes 1. He's a scavenger folk. Passes the turn. Take 1. Take 1. Pass the turn. Ugh. It's only a matter of time before he could potentially find a chain or pyrotechnics. He's going to go to 8. Card ape of his own. With that factory on the opposite side, it's really hard to deal with. Don't seem to be drawing a lot. Okay, 4. Bernarnum. We've got the Hammerheim to stop the Forest Walk on their creature. And he draws an Inferno. There you go. I go to 0, he goes to, or minus, and he goes to 2. So, is what it is. Yeah, the Sylvan a lot earlier than I did. And yeah, it really paid off for him. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's just the way life is. Yeah. So that's 3 finals in 4 Horsemen, and I've lost every single one. So it is what it is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the content, guys. Hope you enjoyed this tournament and the videos. And give the video a like if you like it. Subscribe to see future content. And as always, thanks for your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.